So apparently you can dismember the queen if you keep shooting at her legs. You can completely take a leg off. So let's make our way down here towards the queen and see if we can take even one of the queen's legs off here. Can we fully dismember the queen? Probably should be shooting the little yellow spot underneath, but for now we're going to go for hair. Leg, let me shoot you in the leg. Oh, now it's fully exposed. Okay, now it's fully exposed. Let's see, can we keep going for this little weak spot here? Move. Give me your leg. Let me see that leg. Did we get it? I think we might have got it. Yeah, we got the leg. Look. that's brilliant. That is actually so cool that you can do that. So you can fully dismember the queen. That is very cool. Look at the leg. So missing. That is very cool, I have to say. Wonder will we get another one off. Queen will probably be destroyed by the time we get another one off, to be honest. So in my last myth busting video, I proved that you can indeed shoot out the Matriarch and the Queen's rocket attacks, but can you shoot their stuns, their grenade stuns? The Matriarch has a gas and also a flashbang, and we're going to find out if we can shoot them out. Let's get a little bit of distance here first. Need a little bit of distance for this. Oh, here's one here. No, I need to reload. Oh, you can shoot it. Okay, right. We need to test that again just to 100% prove it. You can definitely shoot it and it can be destroyed, but let's... Okay, of course he launches another one when we're healing. Right, let's wait for him to launch another one. So he launches both the stun, as you've just seen there, and also a gas. Here it comes, here it comes. Can we shoot it? Oh, you can shoot it mid-air. How cool is that? So you can shoot the stun grenades and the gas grenades from the Matriarch. So apparently if we alt F4 just before we hit the ground, when we load back in, we won't take any fall damage. So let's see if that works. Let's get ready here with the old alt F4. Should be good from about here maybe. Okay, that should be good. Let's see. Alright, so we're going to reconnect back in and we should be still alive. Let's see. Does this still work? I know this used to work. Let's see if it still works. Interesting. So we were dead. We were knocked. But there was an arc beside us. So we got to test that again, I think. Let's see. We're going to drop here and see. Let's alt F4 just before we hit the ground. That should be good. That should be perfect. We're not too far off there. And we are knocked. Okay, so it doesn't work anymore. It used to work, but it definitely doesn't work anymore. That's twice now we've tried it. So apparently the crash mat can make zip lines disappear. Let's see. Let's get our crash mat down. Get our zip line. If we place it like so, we might have just missed it. Let's see. Have to get the zip line right on the crash mat for this to work. But let's make our way down and see. Ah, it works. It works. The crash mat is actually useful for something. You can make zip lines disappear by placing the zip line on the crash mat. As you can see, we can't use it. You can block arc attack by using a jolt mine or a placeable item. Let's see. Yes, it works. It works. He doesn't know where I am. Hello. Good evening, sir. He's no longer shooting because we blocked that cone of vision. That's pretty cool. You can use the jolt mine, explosive mine, fireworks box, anything that you can place on top of things to block that view. It's funny because he's still following me here, but he can't pick up where I am. Interesting. So apparently we can hide in bushes and the arc won't be able to see us. Do we have a rocketeer right in front of us? Usually he would be able to see us here if this bush wasn't here. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're good. I think the bushes works. Once we're not aggroed first, once they don't see us first, run into the bush, then we're pretty good. Bushes do hide you from arc. Yeah, once he's not fully red aggro, a little bit hard to see because the sun glare there. But once they're not fully red aggro, you're pretty good in the bush. He has no clue where I am and he's looking directly at me here. Nice, it actually works. So in our creators on Raventide's new map, we have a secret disco ball here that we can activate. You got to turn on 3 switches, but apparently if you throw a grenade inside the disco ball, it will give you some loot. So let's get all these switches repaired. There is 2 more after this one we got to do. Got to put a battery into this one and then move over to the next one here, which is close enough. Some electrical components in there. Now, once we get them 2 repaired, there's 1 more upstairs that we're going to make our way up here and repair. And we can test this out. Apparently, if we throw a grenade inside the disco ball, it will give us some loot. Alright, power cable for the last one. Then we got to interact with all 3 at the same time to get the disco going. Not at the same time, but in quick succession. Okay, there's the disco up and rolling. Now, let's get some nades and throw it at it. Alright, first nade. Can we even get inside it? Okay, that doesn't look like it's going to go inside. So let's test out the other 2 nades that we have. No loot appearing. I don't think we can actually get the nade inside. Let's see. No, just sticks to the outside. Sticks to the outside. We're going with 1 more nade. Let's try the last nade here. Let's go upstairs to see if we can get a better angle. Alright, here we go. There's the biggest side. We're going to wait for the biggest side to come around. Throw a grenade, see if we can get it inside. See if we can get some loot. Okay, here she goes. This is the biggest gap that we have. Personally, I don't think it's going to go in, but let's throw. No, it doesn't go in. And let's pop the nade and see if there's any loot. No loot. Okay, this is definitely mid busted. So apparently, if you're over encumbered and you place all your weapons at the very top of your bag, it will stop you from being over encumbered and you can sprint normally. As you can see here, we're over encumbered. Let's place all our weapons to the very top of our backpack. And it doesn't make a difference. That is mid busted. So if a supply drop drops on top of you, you will get killed. Let's test this one out. Alright, let's call in our supply drop here, and then we're going to position yourself underneath it. See if we can get squashed by the supply drop. So a good way to know exactly where the supply drop is going to land is you just follow where the flare is. And that is in around where she's going to land. As you can see, just over there, that's where we're going to make our way over. We're going to get right underneath it now to see if we can get this to land on top of us. Need to be pinpoint here with this one. I think this looks pretty good. Right, let's wait for the supply drop to come in and see if we can get the land right on top of us here. Right, here she comes. Any second now. There we go. Let's see. Let's get right underneath it. Can we get killed by the supply drop? No, you can't get killed, but you can get an achievement. That is mid busted. You can catch on to the top of trees to stop fall damage. Let's test this one out. Grab onto this tree. Aha, as you can see, it works. You can mount onto trees to reduce fall damage. So apparently if you call in a supply drop at low health, you will get better loot. Now we gotta call it in here full health, loot this one, and then call in another one and see what type of loot we get. Alright, let's see what type of loot we get. Fully healed supply drop versus low health supply drop. Eight containers, not too bad. We got 2 shotgun ammo, 18 heavy ammo, 24 light ammo, more shotgun ammo, and we got 36 mediums, a sterilized bandage, and 1 adrenaline shot. Alright, so we have a supply drop here beside us, and we're going to get very low on health and see if we call it in and get better loot than when we were full HP. I don't want to get too low now, so let's... Alright, that should be good. We should be good. Alright, let's call in the supply drop. Alright, supply drop incoming. Let's go over and loot it while we're still low health. See if we get better loot. So kind of similar again. Yeah, it's pretty much similar. We did get a weapon, but I'm gonna say this one is pretty busted. We got a similar enough loot. We got a Rattler 1 that is literally on the verge of breaking. A little bit more ammo. We've got some bandages as well. It's pretty much the same though, to be honest. Doesn't really make a difference. If I call in a snitch scanner when fighting other Arc, the Arc will fight alongside me. Let's see. We have 2 Arc here. Let's see if the Arc is going to fight alongside me while fighting these Arc. Here they come. Go, my minions. Attack. They don't seem to be attacking. They're just attacking me. Okay, this is mid-busted for sure. So apparently you can kill the birds that are in our graders. Let's see if we can shoot one of these little birdies and kill them. No, can't. Can't kill the birds. You can only scare them. The Leaper Pulse Unit can one-shot the Leapers. And for those who don't know, the Leaper Pulse Unit is actually an item that you get off the Leaper when you take them down. So let's get his attention, bring him over this way, and then we can throw the Leaper Pulse Unit at him. See what type of damage we can do. Hello. Now let's see. Can we one-shot the Leaper with the Leaper Pulse Unit? No, we cannot. Done about 280 damage there. Definitely not one-shotting the Leaper with the Leaper Pulse Unit. So you can place deadlines on teammates. I really don't think so. Nope, it doesn't look like it, but we can place one on the floor. We might be able to do 2 mates here in one. That deadlines can damage teammates. Let's see. Nope, they do not. So apparently we can fling players using the Barricade kit. Maybe you used to be able to do this, but I'm not sure if we can still do it as we can't place it close enough. Maybe here might do it? Let's see. No, doesn't work. Player does not get flung from the Barricade kit. Yeah, it doesn't work. Mid-busted. So you can launch items using the Barricade kit. So we have a couple of cores on us here. Let's set these bad boys down. Get them all perfectly lined up there. And we get our Barricade kit. There's our Barricade kit like so. And yeah, you can launch items. Now, the only time this is really useful is if you use the synthesized fuel. Let's drop the synthesized fuel here. Let's put down our Barricade kit. And we can launch synthesized fuel as well. Now, this can come in handy because you can actually shoot the synthesized fuel when you launch it. Doesn't want to explode for some reason. Must be bugged. So apparently the power descender has its own energy bar. Let's see. Okay, I use a little bit of power descender. Now let's use the snap hook. And let's go on to the power descender again. No, both of them use the same energy bar. That is mid-busted. So tripwires can be activated by shooting through them. Let's see. Let's see if this works. I highly doubt it. Nope. Not working. She's not going off. Let's see if we can put an item through it and see if that works. I wonder what a Barricade kit set it off. Let's see. Barricade kit like so. Oh, it does. The Barricade kit actually sets it off. Okay, so shooting through it doesn't, but a Barricade kit, putting that in front of it does. Now I wonder there's dropping items on top of it. Will that set it off? Let's see. It actually does. Okay. Interesting. Let's set up another one because that seemed like it actually landed on it. It does. You can actually drop items on it as well to set it off. Interesting. How cool is that? So a Barricade kit can return to full health after damaging. Let's see. Right, there we go. That's half health. Just a little bit over half health. Pick it back up and see if it's fully healed. And there you have it. Make confirmed. So stamina regeneration is affected by weight. Let's see. Okay, so we have no weight on us, just our backpack. Let's see. Let's run down our stamina real quick. See how quick this regens. Okay, here we go. At the time. That is myth busted. So a noisemaker can block grenade damage. As you know, the noisemaker can actually block damage from a deadline, but can it block damage from grenades? Let's see. Get our noisemaker down, like so. So this is how we would do it. We'd stand behind the noisemaker, get our grenade. Doesn't block it. Doesn't block it. Okay, we've another nade on us here. Let's try the heavy fuse nade. See if this works. Nope. Doesn't block grenade damage. Only the deadline damage for some reason. So you can see silhouettes when you combine both smoke and gas grenade. Let's see. There, gas straight down top of that. As you can see, the silhouette is clearly visible. See all three of them there. Pretty cool. So that is 25 myths in our creators. If you did enjoy this type of content, please do leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if there's any other myths that you would like to see tested out in the future, please do leave them down in the comments. But that is all for now. Stay safe out there, and I will talk to you in the next one.